Captain's log, stardate 47314.5. We have been continuing our research while the Federation Council studies our preliminary reports on the subspace rift. It now appears certain that what we've seen here will have repercussions for many years to come.
Our scans show a lot of subspace instabilities throughout the sector. If they're exposed to enough warp energies, they could eventually create other rifts.
Dr. Rabal?
Based on current warp drive patterns in this sector, we've projected where subspace rifts will be most likely to be formed over the next 40 years. This is how things are now. This is how they'll look in 10 years. 20 years. 30 years. 40 years.
Thank you, Doctor. Mr. Forge? We've received new directives from the Federation Council on this matter. Until we can find a way to counteract the warp field effect, the Council feels our best course is to slow the damage as much as possible. Therefore, areas of space found susceptible to warp fields will be restricted to essential travel only, and effective immediately, all Federation vessels will be limited to a speed of warp 5, except in cases of extreme emergency.
Well, the Klingons will observe these restrictions, but the Romulans will not.
And what about the Ferengi? And the Cardassians, for that matter?
The Federation is sharing all our data with warp-capable species. We can only hope that they realize it's in their own interests and take similar action.
Putting limits on warp speed is only going to prevent other rifts from forming. What are we going to do about this one?
Unfortunately, right now, there's not much we can do.
The gravitational shifts have already begun to affect my planet's orbit. Our climate is changing.
The Federation is setting up a weather control matrix on Hakaris, too. It's only a temporary solution, but it should suffice for now.
We're lucky the rift took place as far away from the planet as it did. Gives us some time to consider our options.
If there are no more questions, you're all dismissed.
We should have those thermal stabilizers ready for the Akarans in another day, sir.
Very well. You know, Geordie, I spent the better part of my life exploring space. I've charted new worlds. I've met dozens of new species. And I believe that these were all valuable ends in themselves. And now it seems that all this while, I was helping to damage the thing that I hold most dear.
It won't turn out that way, Captain. We still have time to make it better.